Another gripe I had with this thing is it looks to be leaking from this rear or front kind of nose cone selector area. Not this seal, but the seal where it meets the case. So I am going to replace that gasket. I actually ordered one. It's just a paper gasket. So I thought I would try to fix that leak because it was leaking without even having oil in it, which imagine what it will do if it has oil in it. That's the surprising thing. Also, I'm going to add this to my list of things to paint. I've done a lot of painting on some of the engine tin, so I'm going to throw this in that pile. Okay, remember this ground strap goes right here on this bolt right there. Okay, I hope this isn't a mistake. So-called can of worms or slippery slope. That came off way too easy. You can see there is a tiny bit of oil in there, and this is where it was leaking. Condition of these gears look pretty good. My guess is this is reverse gear because it's not a bevel gear. And then this, if I remember right, I think this is 5th gear. Someday I'm going to take one of these all apart and figure out how it works and hopefully rebuild one. Okay, there is a little bit of sludginess in here, and I'm just going through it with a toothbrush, just cleaning it up just a little bit. One delicate thing I noticed is the speedometer pickup, and there's actually this pin too for reverse. It keeps wanting to fall out, so I need to remember that that pin goes right there. I'm going to clean this seal up here too. It actually looks like it's in good condition, just dirty. I've done a decent job of cleaning this. It's not 100%, perfectly cleaned like it would be with like an ultrasonic cleaner or something, but I got most of the junk out of it. The speedometer thing does work. I can spin it and that spins out there. So that's nice. And the reverse switch looks like it's functioning correctly. Right now, I'm just going over the surface very, very carefully. This is magnesium, so it's really easy to scratch. But I'm just going over very carefully with a sharp razor blade and pulling off any of the old gasket remnants. There's some right there. I'm going extremely slow so we don't scratch anything. Right here is where it was leaking, so I'm just taking extra care right here. Okay, this is just a piece of marble or granite countertop, and it's not perfectly flat. It's probably a little better than my welding table though. It's about almost an inch thick, 3/4 of an inch. So I'm just gonna lay this on here and look for any kind of rocking. So tiny little bit of warp right there. Not bad though. There it is again. It's a sheet of 600. I'm just gonna put a little WD-40 on it and just go real light. Okay, that's about as much as I'm gonna do. I really don't wanna go too far. That does ensure all the gasket material's off and it's nice and clean though. Yeah, I don't feel anything. That's a slight improvement. This side's a little different story because the studs are in place, really can't flatten it as well. So we just have to do the best we can. Take the old gasket off, replace it. Here's a quick look at that surface, and it looks pretty good. There's definitely still some gasket remnants on there. I just don't want to scrape it anymore with the sharp tools, so I'm going to resort to something a little more careful. But I haven't done any scratching on the surface yet. You know, everything is still pristine. Just want to get it as clean as possible and get the new gasket put on. There's the synchro teeth right there. They don't look too torn up. Without having a new set next to me, it's kind of hard to tell, but you know, I don't see any directional wear on them. This is, I think, 5th gear, so yeah, it doesn't look too bad. I couldn't find the gasket maker remover. I might have it, I don't know where it is. So I'm gonna use the xylene. Xylene is really dangerous stuff, so I've got both doors open. I'm gonna double glove and put my respirator on. Just wipe these down really clean. That should really clean them pretty nice.
So just when you thought it was clean, it's really not.
This surface is very, very clean. I've spent a lot of time, even had to go wire brush to get some of these remnants off, especially here on the lower surface. But I think it's as clean as it can be. I'm gonna blow it one more time, compressed air, and then fit these two pieces together with no gasket and see if there's any gap. This time it's just a trial fit. I'm just going to put a few nuts on there and just really lightly tighten it down. Okay, that's some really light pressure. Now I'm going to go with a feeler gauge and see if I can feel any gaps, especially here on the bottom side that was leaking. This is 0.0015 or 0.035 millimeters, so that is thinner than a sheet of paper, much thinner than the gasket. So I know this housing, the outer removable housing, is pretty flat because I rubbed it on the table. And if, as long as the transaxle is not distorted, there shouldn't be any gap here. So I cannot get my feeler gauge in there. I don't see any gaps here along the bottom. Can almost get it in right here. Yeah, I don't know why this is leaking so bad. I'm going to put the paper gasket on and I'm going to spray it with a little bit of sealant and just torque it back up. It does seem to be the right one, fits really well. So I'm going to put a little sealant on there and get this over with. I actually like this copper spray gasket stuff. This really prevents you from overdoing it. A lot of times you get too much sealant on there. And in my opinion, the anaerobic stuff isn't really meant to be used on paper because it'll never cure, it just kind of deteriorates the paper because it needs metal to actually cure it. And if you're putting it on paper, it's just ruining the paper. This stuff has a solvent in it and it's a little tacky, so I think it'll work fine. I had to use a tiny bit of grease for that little reverse pin to stay in there. So hopefully it won't come out. Just go real slow. I might have some of these wrong, but I'm going to just get some torque on it. I can always move these things around later. I'm guessing this one was right here. I don't know. I think the big washers were on the ground strap. 22 to 25. So I have 23 here on my wrench. I'm just gonna go around, check it out. Go to 16 first. That looks pretty dirty. And most of what was on that drain plug was just like sludgy, caked on, grimy stuff. But there was one piece of metal in there, and you know, this looks like a portion of a synchro maybe. I'm not really 100% sure, but there it is. I'll take a picture of it so you guys can see it. Let me know what you think that might be. But that's not a good sign. You know, I didn't have high expectations for this transaxle anyways, but hopefully, you know, at least a few of the gears might be okay. I don't know. Getting a few more drops out of the bottom drain plug there. Try to get most of it out. This is just regular gear oil, and I know a lot of people like Kendall or Swepco or whatever, but this is GL5 8090 by Valvoline. I'll worry about smoother shifts once I know it shifts at all. So it's likely I can go to one of the more recommended oils in the future, but I have a feeling this transaxle is hurt inside, so I'm not gonna invest in expensive fluids. Who knows? Maybe it'll run fine. Might as well make it easy. Okay, that's 3. So when this is level, you're supposed to be able to just see it right there level with the plug. So if I tilt it, it's a little bit low, but not much. It's at least enough to know if it's going to leak or if it's going to run. I think the actual capacity is 3 liters, but quarts are a little smaller than a liter. So I could add some more. For right now, I'm just going to leave it. Let me circulate a little oil inside. So I'm just going to park this in the corner and come back in the morning and see if there's any leaks under this new gasket. Someday I hope to have a limited slip, you know, stronger transmission for the power I want to run later. So this is probably a temporary transmission. So for today on the list, we got the oil fill done. Fixing the transaxle leak wasn't on the list, but it's something that I felt needed to be done. Let's see if I can do this. Well, I mean, there's a little bit of oil probably left over from when I was cleaning it, but from right where the gasket is, there's no oil. I think that's a good sign. There's a little bit of residual oil there on the case from when I was cleaning it. I don't think it's leaking from the place I repaired it. Hopefully that stays true.